Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope everyone is doing great today. Inna alhamdulillahi nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa natubu ilayh. Allahumma allimna ma yanfa'una wa anfa'na bima 'allamtana wa zidna 'ilma. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Inshallah, today everyone will be looking into the Tajweed of Surah Quraysh. So I'll be walking you guys through learning how to properly recite Surah Quraysh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف. So Surah Quraysh is Quran 106 of the Quran, and everyone here listening to me, one way or the other, you might have recited this surah. If you are someone that is fluent in Quran recitation, so you should be aware of this surah and mostly be able to read it. And so if you're not able to read the surah, inshallah, or you can read but you're not able to read fluently, inshallah, we will go through the Tajweed rules and recitation rules for Surotu Quraysh. So Surah Quraysh, and so Qur'an is a Surah Makkiyah, is a surah that was revealed in Mecca, and so it has just 4 ayat. 4 ayat. So if you would be interested to watch more about our past Quran reading skills, so go to our expert Quran readers group right now. So we have the discussion session, the guides. So go to the guide section of our expert Quran readers group, this platform. So you would have access to our Quran reading guide and learning guide for kids and adults. And also we have an Islamic studies curriculum book in that platform. So we've had a lot of classes in the past where I talked about Quran reading, learning, and how to design Quran learning for a child, and what are those challenges students face when they learn to read the Quran, and how to overcome those challenges, how to overcome the Quran intention memory habits challenges. And so we also had Quran classes and some Tajweed rules that we've learned in the class. So I'll be going through some Tajweed rules today, so you might not be aware of them. So go to our classroom portal here, to the group portal, go to guest section. So you'll see all those videos that we've done in the past, the rules of the Tajweed, of the letters, of the sounds, and everything in there. So we have everything in the platform. So check it out, because we will be just reviewing those rules in the ayat today, in the ayat of Surah Quraysh. So Surah Quraysh, like I mentioned, it's a surah that was revealed in Mecca, right? And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, let me know if you are seeing my screen, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed this surah in Mecca for the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and so it has 4 ayats. So let's read the ayat, the first ayah, and look into some of the common mistakes people make when reciting this surah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Li'ilafi Quraysh. So li'ilafi. So you see this hamza here. So this letter here is a combination of a lam and alif. So the lam here is a combination of a lam and also an alif. But the alif here is having hamza. So when you see this letter, so the first segment of it here is a lam, and the second segment is an alif, right? And so the alif is having an hamza. So the lam is having the kasra. So this is how it is. When you see this, right? So this is having this. So it means that the lam is having the kasra, and there's an alif which is having hamza. So for you to pronounce this, you will say li, and you see this ya here is representing a med. It's a short, a mad tabi'i. That is the basic med of the Quran Tajweed. So when you have this kind of a ya or an alif med or a waw med that's not having any short vowel sound. So go back to our portal and our past videos to learn the difference between a short vowel sound and a long vowel sound. So this ya here is the long vowel sound that will elongate the sound of the hamza for 2 seconds, and that's why we say li ilafi. And the lam of after the ya also is having an alif med. So you see this tiny alif, so it's going to make the lam elongate for 2 seconds. Li ilafi Quraysh. So you see there's a ra here, and right after the ra there's a ya. So this is a ya. So go back and watch our previous videos on difficult Quran letters and how you can identify the different shapes of the letters of the Quran. So this is a ya. So ya naturally has almost 6 shapes in the Quran. So this is a ya here. You see it's bigger here. It's much tinier here, much squeezed between the ra and the shin. So this is a ya here, and you see it has a sukun. Unlike this ya here, this one doesn't have a sukun. So both of them are mad tabi'i, they are natural mad, but the difference is that this one has a sukun. Normally a ya, an alif, or a wa, whenever they have no short vowel sound, so the short vowel sound, the a, I, u, the fatha, kasra are called the short vowel sound. Why? Because they spend just 1 second on a letter. So when these letters, we call them the letters of mad, whenever they are connected to another letter and they don't have any of this a, I, u, they will be used for elongation for 2 counts. So here, li ilafi Quraysh. So you see, I pronounce this one differently. It's called madlin. Why? Because this ya is having a sukun, and so when it have a sukun, it's gonna be ay. Or so the ra is gonna be rai. So it's not gonna be, because normally if a ya wants to elongate a letter, the letter will have a kasra, but this ra here is having a fatha. So it's not going to have the same rule. So this will be rai. And you see the shin here is having a kasrataini. And so the rule we learned from our previous reading class is that when you want to stop on any letter in the Quran, so you want to stop or pause, and that letter is having a fatha or a kasra or a dhamma or a kasrataini or a dhammataini, the moment you want to stop on that ayah, you will cancel any of those. You will cancel any of this. So if the letter is having fatha, you cancel it. If the letter is having kasra, dhamma, kasratani, dhammatani, and you will give the letter a half circle sukun. So go back and watch our previous classes in the expert Quran group I showed you guys earlier. So you have all those videos of classes where we learn about the tanween, the mad letters, and what else. So we learned many other things there. So go back and watch those videos. These are free resources that you can watch with yourself and with your kids. So you can watch that at your own pace. So we've learned all these rules here. You see, we have the rules of lam, the rules of mim mushaddada, the rules of silent mim, doubled mim, the rules of shadda, the rules of tanween, mid. And so we did have many other classes that will be attaching right there in the class for you guys to watch. So, but anyways, let's move on and complete the tajweed learning of this Surah Quraysh. Right? لِإِلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ. So instead of stopping on this shin with kasratayni, you're gonna stop with a sukun, with a half circle sukun, and it will shorten the sound of the letter. So the reason for shortening the sound of the letter with the half circle sukun is because we are stopping. So when you read this ayah, you will say لِإِلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ. Quraysh. You see, I elongated this for up to 6 counts. So there's another med that we can come into that. That one is called al-mad al-arid al-sukun. I mentioned that last week. So normally this should just be 2 seconds. Quraysh. But the moment you want to stop, this ya letter, which is mad letter, is being exposed to sukun, and because of that, you have the eligibility to elongate the sound for 6 counts. لِإِلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ إِلَافِهِمْ. So you see, many people have seen this letter before, but they don't know what is that letter, what is it doing there. So that's a ya. So I mentioned earlier that a ya can has many. So a ya in the Quran has like almost 5 shapes that you're gonna come across in the Quran. So when you see this kind of shape, this one here, that is a ya. So that's a tiny ya. and it's also used to mid. It's also used for elongation. So when you see that, you know it's a ya. So e, and I mentioned earlier, so this ya here, when it's having no vowel sound, not short vowel sound, it's not having any short vowel sound, it's going to elongate the letter for 2 counts. Ilafi. So you see how I pronounce the hamza. Ilafihim. Ilafihim. رحلة الشتاء والصيف. You see the same rule we apply here. Quraysh والصيف. And so this symbol I put up here is called the med symbol. So there's a difference between med letters, which are 3 of them: the alif med, the waw med, the ya med. So these are med letters. But this one you see here, this very snaky fatha, look how it look like. So it's called med symbol, and it is used to denote a longer med. So if a letter needs to be elongated for up to like 5 or 6 counts, we put this one here. We're not going to go into why it's that, but we're going to learn that in more advanced classes. Or if you would like to join our accelerated reading program for your child or for yourself, reach out to me inshallah and get to know about the program. So رحلة الشتاء. So this one will elongate for 5 seconds, right? So this is gonna elongate for 5 seconds. This is called al-maddu al-wajib al-muttasil. The minimum duration you need to elongate this for is 4. So you have to do إِلَافِهِمْ رِحْلَةَ الشِّتَاءِ وَالصَّيْفِ. So the minimum for maddu wajib al-muttasil is 4 counts. You see, رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت. فليعبدوا. So this alif here is not pronounced. So you see the small circle sukun on top of the alif. So this one we cancel out the sound of the alif. So the alif is just written here, it's not pronounced, right? فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ. For you to be able to pronounce the shadda very well, we already learned the rules of shadda. Go watch those videos in the Expert Quran group, the guide section of the group. So I showed it earlier on. So you see we've learned the rules of shadda. So go watch that video on how you can pronounce letters with shadda. I do have it here. Okay, so we did, so the double noon and double meme. Okay, so we learned about the double noon and double meme. Yeah, we have the shadda rules here, so I already have the shadda video as well. So go watch that video and see how you're gonna pronounce how to pronounce letters with shadda. So how to pronounce letters with shadda. So for you to pronounce the letter ba with shadda, you've got to assume you're pronouncing 2 bas. The first one is gonna have a half second sukun, and the second one is gonna be having a fatha. Right? So rabb. So you assume you're pronouncing one silent ba and pronouncing another one with haraka. فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. So this is lam qamariyya. So رَبَّ هَذَا. So another challenge people face when reading this ayah here is this alif here. So how do you pronounce this alif here, and also there's an alif here? How do you join this word together here? We call this iltiqa'u sakinain. When 2 letters that are silent comes together and you want to pronounce words together like that, you're going to cancel both of them. So you'll be cancelling this alif, you're going to cancel out this alif, and so you're going to join the that together to the lam right away. Rabba hadhal. You see that? Rabba hadhal. So you will join the that together right away to the lam and cancel all this alif here, which are sakin. They are all silent. They don't have any haraka. They don't have any short vowel sound, right? So hadhal bayt. So you see the same rule of madlin. Quraysh was-sayf. Hadhal bayt. Right? Hal. فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. You observe I also cancel out this kasra and give the ta'i half second sukun. So that's the rule I mentioned earlier. الَّذِي أَطْعَمَهُم مِّن جُوعٍ وآمنهم من خوف. Do you see that? So the rule here is plenty here. So this one here, this Hamzat al-Wasl here, so it's not been it's pronounced here. So it's Hamzat al-Qat'i here now. It's been pronounced because we have to pronounce this alif before we can pronounce the lam here. So we give it a fatha. That's the rule here. And so the ya here is a letter of mad, and right after the ya in the next word there's an hamza. So this kind of rule is called al-maddu al-jaiz al-munfasil. When you have a letter of mad, an alif, a waw or ya that is being succeeded by an hamza, in that kind of scenario, that mad letter can be elongated for up to like 5 counts. But here now it's in different words, unlike here where it's in the same word, right? The letter of mad halif and also the hamza right after it in the same word. This is mad al-wajib al-muttasil, and the minimum count of this one is 4. So you have to do 4 counts, right? 4 fingers or 4 seconds on shita, right? But this one here is called al-maddu al-wajib al-jaiz al-mufasil. So for you to pronounce this one, you're going to pronounce it minimum of 2 seconds, right? A maximum of 5. الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف. So you see the ta here, I pronounce the ta with echo. So you pronounce it with echo sign whenever the ta is having a sukun. So it's going to be pronounced ato. أطعمهم. You see the mim here doesn't have anything. This is called mim sakin. And the rule here is idgham al-shafawi. So this mim here is not being pronounced, but the mim right after it is also having a shadda. So you have to do ghunna for 2 seconds. الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف. So you see, madlin is also this one here. Khawf, Raish. So these are all madlin. So this is just a kind of like a summary of the Tajweed rules present in this surah. And so if you would like to know more about this and want to enroll yourself to join our accelerated reading program that trains students to help them read the Quran fluently, inshallah, within 16 weeks. We do have this program for both kids and adults. So if you are interested for your child, reach out to me. Put a comment under the video right now. And I'm going to reach out to you, inshallah. Or if you just want to reach out to me later on and talk about it, inshallah, I'll be glad to listen to you. And so we can design a plan together for a child to learn to read the Quran fluently and for yourself as well. And so we have 2 programs, right? So we have the accelerated Quran reading program, and this one is for those who wants to learn to read the Quran. This one is a 16 weeks program, and these are all the details. So if you'd like to know more about this, reach out to me. Put Quran, comment Quran below this video if you'd like to join the program for yourself or for your child. And inshallah, we can reach out to you and give you more details about the program. And so we also have the Scribe Quran Memorizers program. So this program is for those who are already fluent Quran reciters and just want to continue to memorize the Quran. And so for those who are joining this other program, we have a unique system for memorizing the Quran in this program for you guys. And you get to learn more and advanced Quran Tajweed rules, inshallah. So put a comment below this video. Put Quran below this video if you would like to join the program for yourself or for your kids. Or for anyone that you want to help to learn to read the Quran, inshallah. And we'll meet, inshallah, next time again next week, inshallah, at 12 p.m. Eastern time. Inshallah, 5 p.m. UK time every Sundays. We'll meet, inshallah, next week to learn. So next week, sorry, we'll not be having a session next week because next week is going to be Eid al-Adha. So we'll be having a break next week, inshallah. And so the next session will be on the 9th of July, inshallah, next upper week or next month. So if you'd like to know more about this program, the Accelerated Reading Program, so it's a 16 weeks program. It's really amazing. We have a 10 module curriculum that we teach in this program that helps students learn to read the Quran. And so if your child is struggling with Quran memory retention, they are forgetting past Quran lessons, or they are not able to achieve reading fluency within years. So some of the kids have been learning Quran for 3-4 years and they cannot even yet to read the Quran on their own. So this program is going to be a good program for them that's going to train them to read the Quran, inshallah, within 16 weeks, 4 months. And so inshallah, we'll get to see you guys later on, inshallah, next upper week on the 9th of July. And if there's no any other questions from anyone, I would like to end the webinar here. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.